What is the one thing you'll want in life? Is it wealth? Is it prosperity? Love? Puppies? I want this response. For me, it's always been happiness. It's ever since a little child, I've always wanted to just be happy. I didn't want fancy cars or mansions or anything. Okay, fine, maybe puppies, but look at that face. Maybe, but again, that's temporary happiness. It's not going to fill my soul and make me be happy throughout. Now, I can understand you all will be like, but Natasha, happiness is a state of mind. What is wrong with you? And I absolutely agree. But what happens when your chemistry in your mind is all screwed up then? That you cannot see happiness, you cannot feel happiness, then what? Depression is a real illness. According to World Health Organization, they characterize depression as one of the most disabling disorders in the world, out of which 1 in 5 women and 1 in 10 men get it in their entire lifetime. That's 350 million people worldwide suffer from depression. So then, what is depression? Yes, it is, we've all felt sadness in our lives, right? We've all had a breakup, failed an exam, something happened, you feel sad. But when feelings of intense sadness make you feel helpless, hopeless, and worthless, where you cannot function normally, that is depression. This can get severe, and you can have clinical depression, but that too is medically treated. The thing about this is it's beautiful right now in a way because I can see it blasting on social media. You know, if you've noticed, there'll be YouTube videos of suicide prevention, or Facebook statuses to being updated to you are not alone, which is fabulous. But if I'm a person who suffers from depression, it's very difficult for me to go and talk to my own friends and family, let alone a random person on Facebook. And this is my problem right here, where we get so engraved in social media that it is becoming an addiction. Don't get me wrong, social media has its boon in if used correctly, because you get inspiration. Even this talk right now, most of the people won't even be in this room and can still have access to it. You can learn things on YouTube, you don't need teachers, you don't need anyone, which is fabulous. But when we become so engrossed in it, then what? When we get so engrossed and we do not see outside of the online world, when we are so engrossed in our laptops and our phones that we do not see the person who's sitting next to us in our buses or trains, let alone someone who's even right here. Everyone is hurting. But are we willing to see? Are we then not hypocrites of just saying that, yeah, I am there, I'm listening to you, but you're not actually listening? Let me give you a scenario here, because we all work good with examples. There are 2 boys, yeah? Harsh and Rahul. Harsh is going through something, and Rahul, his friend, is noticing this. So Harsh asks Rahul asks Harsh, what's up, buddy, you okay? It's good. First point, you're going off your social media and you're actually asking someone. Brilliant, first point is done. And Harsh over here is like, bro, you know what, work is so stressful right now, and on top of that, I'm working so much and I'm not getting paid, and my boyfriend is acting like an ass, and you know, my parents just want me to get married. At this point of time, Rahul gets a text. So he's on his phone and he's just like, yeah, I'm listening to you. Buddy, I'm so listening to you. Yeah, so you were telling me your sister is getting married, what, huh? No, I'm listening to you. Can you see what's happening? You're actually not listening. And over here is you're not even giving that much respect to the other person who wants to talk to you. So someone who is hurting, you're shutting off. Now let's so this is my second point. My third point is to listen without judgment. In this case, same scenario. So Harsh says, yeah, and my boyfriend is just being an ass right now. Rahul goes like, what? Your boyfriend? What? We as humans, we do not give enough credit, okay? We're very intelligent. We know micro expressions and we can see that. So the moment someone sees that, oh, the person who's sharing feels judged, they're going to cut off. They're not going to share. So again, you are not listening. Now suppose you've done all of these points, okay, and you're ready to listen, you're ready to be the better person online, offline. What's going to happen is if someone has their panic attack because of the anxiety disorder, are you going to be okay? Do you know what you're going to do? If someone is depressed and comes and talks to you, are you just going to say, oh, just snap out of it? If someone is suicidal and is cutting themselves, are you just going to say, oh, please don't do this, you're just doing it for attention? How are you going to react then? The point of all of this is that when you are sad, when you're depressed, it all starts with depression. It all starts here. You start feeling low, you start feeling empty inside. When it starts with depression, you start isolating yourself, and that is where you start getting anxiety. Anxiety is where I am so socially awkward that I cannot go outside and even have a conversation with someone else because I will believe that that person does not understand me. That person is not going to listen to me. That I am not good enough. When all of these anxieties, when all of these insecurities dwell up so much in you, you start isolating yourself and then you will have suicidal thoughts. So this is why I want to just say that no matter what happens, we as human beings, if you're suffering or even if you're not suffering, you can still listen. You can still step out of the bubble online and listen and be present. Puppy, of course. We have to balance this out. The reason why I'm talking about depression and mental health is because I was diagnosed with depression. And story time. So when I was 3.5 years old, my mother burned herself in front of me. And I can still remember her the burning flesh and fire. And I couldn't do anything. All I did was I was just standing there and I peed. That's it. This is the only memory I have of her. So in your childhood is supposed to be built on love, togetherness, and family. Well, mine was built on insecurities, self-loathing, and hate. When I was 7, I was raped by my domestic help. And I do not remember what happened. All I remember was one moment we were playing and the other moment I was washing away the blood from my vagina. I don't know anything else. But all I could remember was the insane amount of guilt that I was feeling because I thought that I deserved this. His mother told me to run away and get married to him. He told me that I should do that because no one else is ever going to love me again. Those words are still engraved in my soul like a tattoo that I just find so difficult to heal. But I couldn't see happiness. All I knew is I was very good at masking. I was very good at hiding things because I didn't know how to express. After my dad died, after my dad was taken away from me, I stayed with my godparents. That's my dad's older sister, and they are the most fabulous family anyone could ever ask for, but I was still suffering. I still had pain inside of me. They tried to love me as much as they knew how to, but that was not enough for me. So they decided to put me into therapy. And this was exactly my situation. So my psychiatrist was like, put your best foot forward. And I'm like, it's easy for you to say. Like, hello, buddy. More than anything else, I was someone who was horrible at sharing. I would just not open up. So she's a professional, clearly. She knew what she was doing. So she gave me a paper and she told me to draw or do whatever I wanted to. So I did. I colored and I started writing. And for the first time in my entire 12 years of living, I realized that there was passion in me. I realized I had creativity, and that sparked something. Now, the idea is I still, after all of this, I still was in my own world because I didn't know how to react. Because I realized from a very young age to take care of myself. I realized that I had to be there for myself. No one else would. I realized that nothing else mattered except me trying to get better. But at this point of time, I also was very good at repressing things down. So I knew society did not know what to do with the sad. So because society believes that this is a disease, so did I. Because you cannot get up in the morning, you find it difficult to live, you have suicidal thoughts in your head, you look at yourself in the mirror and you find yourself disgusting. So obviously there must be something wrong with you. But little can people comprehend depression is not a choice. No one chooses to feel so alone. No one chooses to feel so empty. No one chooses to be so lonely. No one chooses not to allow someone in. But how we deal with it is a choice. So, like I said, if you are a person suffering or if you're not suffering, you can still be sensitive to people around you. You can still listen. Over here, I can openly tell you that no one can save anyone. You save yourself. No one can do anything. There's no Prince Charming coming, there's no Snow White, there's no one, there is you. This is your life. So it's very easy, as if two hands are not the same, two humans are never going to be the same. There will be different experiences, so don't give preconceived notions of how you can get better. No, just listen. Just be there for someone. Puppy again. See? Good timing, huh? So now I bet all of you will be like, but Natasha, what is your secret to happiness? And it's very simple. I do the things I love. And I'm going to pause over here and I'm going to say I don't mean things like alcohol. I don't mean things like drugs. I don't mean things like cutting yourself for food or insane amount of sex. No. Those are all numbing devices. Those are all temporary fixations. They're going to make you feel happy for some time, but it's not going to make you feel better. What's going to help is you do things that you love, which are going to positively have an impact on your life, which will want to make you get up in the morning and do things and live life rather than go back to sleep. So my first love was dance. This was something which gave me the confidence in my body, in myself, in my soul. Then I had a really bad knee injury and I had to give up. The one thing that I really was passionate about, again, was taken from me, but it gets better, I swear. I found yoga. Yoga is the only thing, even till today, that mentally keeps me sane. Because I know that no matter what, I am learning to love myself again. I'm learning to accept myself. I'm learning to be okay with the monsters. and not try to hide them. I'm learning to just be me. And I am someone who is very intense because my brain goes at the speed of, it's like I'm on acid all the time and I don't do drugs. So for me, my body needed to do something intense as well. Over here, I don't mean power yoga. I meant like Ashtanga Vinyasa, which helped me. So now even when I go into meditation, it just calms me down. I can actually be in one state and not be thinking about things could have been better. I could do something else. Because now I am me, learning. Running also. So I'm asthmatic as well. Yeah, the list gets better, but anyway. I'm asthmatic as well. So initially I couldn't even run like 500 meters or 50 meters. I would start panting. The longest, but I kept saying, no, you have to, you can't give up, you cannot give up. And I think the longest distance I've ran till date is 16 kilometers. Oh, thanks. But the thing is, life can bring you down. Your body can bring you down, but your mind is very bloody powerful. I'm really trying not to abuse here. Writing. This writing has always been cathartic to me because that's where I found the 12-year-old girl in me found that passion, because I know that the paper is never going to judge me. I know that my ink will never give up on me. The white sheets of paper are always going to be limitless because I am not going to give up. More than anything, it just makes me realize I am a better human being than all the things that have happened to me. So I know it's everyone goes through situations which are difficult, but this is the choice I made. I choose to be happy. I choose to get up every morning and live my life. I choose to make my wounds into wisdom. I choose to make my chaos into beauty. Those are my choices because I know that no one else is going to do it but me. So, Poppy again. So how one can do this is be like a puppy, and also always choose your happiness. Thank you.